Welcome back, Math 1 students, to coordinate notes. I'm going to call this variables number 2 because we have two variables we're going to be talking about today, x and y. Coordinates tell you where to go on a graph. So, for example, if I was going to ask you how to get to this point right here from this point right here, you would probably tell me you would be going left 4, up 5. That is a coordinate. They're just directions. The x values count from left to right. You'll notice that there is a little x on the left side or right side right here. That means that these are your x values. So those work kind of like a regular old number line. Easiest way to remember that is we normally solve for x in math. So our normal number line, our normal variable are y, or our x's. The y's go up and down. This is the y number line. So it's like putting two number lines together because we have to be able to go left and right as well as up and down. We're going to write something called an ordered pair. Now, hopefully you know that a pair means two. Like a pair of shoes has two in it. That pair of values is an x and a y, and they have to go in a certain order. That's why they're called an ordered pair. Our order is super easy today, alphabetical order. Easiest way to remember it is at the end of your alphabet goes X, Y, Z, not Y, X, Z. We're not making up our own new alphabet, guys. So X goes before Y in the alphabet, X goes before Y in our point. There is also a special point 0, 0 right here in the middle of a graph. That point right there is called the origin, because that's kind of like your starting point for where you're going to count from. Origin means where to begin from. Your origin is where you came from. Our origin is where we come from for our points. So let's talk about how to graph them. I'm going to graph and label each of these points. 3, 6. 3 is our x value, 6 is our y value. You'll notice that if you start on the middle and you want to go to 3 on the x-axis, you have to go right 3. That makes sense because right is our positive direction. So that's where x equals 3, y equals 6, right here, up 6. So this is the same thing as going right 3, up 6. Right 3, up 6. That is the point we want. So we're trying to do both of those things at the same time. Then I would go to B. We're going to go to where x is 4 and y is negative 2. So I'm going to go scroll all the way over to where x is 4. And then to get to y is negative 2, see I would have to go down 2? Well, I don't want to lose the fact that I'm already over 4, so from here I'm just going to go down 2. It's kind of like those multiplication charts where we're trying to see where they cross. We're trying to see where x is 4 and y equals negative 2 cross. That's point B. Point C is negative 2, 0. Remember that it goes x, y. So go find where x is negative 2. And if y is 0, guess what? We're already there. That means we have to go up 0. That's C. D is 0, 4. X, y. So go to where x is 0. That means I don't go left to right at all, and I just stay here. But I have to go up to where y is 4. Right there. E is negative 1, negative 2. X, y. So you're going to go to where x is negative 1 and where y is negative 2. So x, if it's negative, goes to the left. If it's positive, it goes to the right. And y means that I go up 2 if it's positive 2, and down 2 if it's negative 2. I'm going to try the last one just by using my directions. Since negative 5 is my x, I'm going to go left 5. And if I look, 4 is my y, that means from there I go up 4. And that's F. The next problem wants us to identify the coordinates. So the first one is being able to graph them. Now, what if we see the points and we want to write their ordered pairs? First things first, you're going to have 2 parentheses with a comma. And in the first spot, you need to put your x, and in the second spot, you need to put your y. If you start here at the origin, how do you get to A? Well, you're going to go left, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5 is my x value, and negative 6 is my y value. Sorry, positive 6 is my y value. Right 5 and up 6 is 5, 6. We're going left and right before we go up and down. Now let's go find B. There it is. Here's B. We just have to decide from our origin how far left or right do we have to go to get to B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the left. Notice how that's negative 5. Then you count how far up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's up 5, so I'm at positive 5 on my y. Remember, we're going to go left and right, then up and down. So let's try C. How do we get from here to C? Left 2, up 3. Left 2 is negative 2. Up 3 is positive 3. How do we get to D? Left 2, down 2. Left and down are both negative directions. Right and up are our 2 positive directions, because that's where our positive numbers are. Where's E? Here. Right 3, down 4. That's 3, negative 4, because I'm counting how far left or right before up and down. F. Over 2 to the right, down 6. 2 to the right, down 6 is negative 6. You can also look at the 2 values above and to the side of it. This one is the x, this one is the y. That's why the labels are on there for you. Now, here's what you guys get to do today. We're going to be graphing mystery emojis, meaning you don't know what it looks like yet. Your coordinates are in the back of the room on the circle table. First, let's practice how to do this one so you know what to do. There's going to be a couple of decimals, but they're only going to be halves. For example, 2.5, 6. These are your x's, these are your y's. So we're going to go to where x is 2.5. That's over 2 and halfway between 2 and 3. Then I go up 6 and I put my point there. Then I'm going to go to 1, 4. X is 1, y is 4. 1, negative 5 is over 1, down 5. Over 2 to the right, down 6. And what we're doing as we go from these points to the next one is we're connecting them. So I'm connecting my first 2, my next 2, and then my next 2. Sorry, my lights turned off, guys. Okay, so notice how I'm keeping track of where I'm at over here. And I'm connecting that one to my 3, -6. And I'm just connecting them all as I go. So this was right 3, down 6. Check. Right 4, down 5. Connecting them. Check. Right 4, up 4. Okay. Check. And then it says stop. That's where we stop, guys. Then we're going to move on to this next one. Okay, and actually, before we move on to the next one, we're going to plug in an extra point right here. It's the same one we started with. Before we stop, I actually want you guys to go back and connect it back to the beginning. I made a mistake. That point should have been on there. 1, -3. Over 1, down 3. That's your x, that's your y. Left and right before up and down. So over 1 to the right, down 3. You'll notice that it's already on our line, and that's okay. Then over 2, down 4. 2 to the right, down 4. And we're connecting these as we go. 3, -4 is right 3, down 4. And 4, -3 is right through 4, down 3. Stop. Stop connecting them for a second and go on to your last ones. Right 1, up 4. That's this one again. Right 2, up 3.5. So up 1, 2, 3.5 a square. Ooh, right 2.5. 1, 2.5. Up 4. Okay, right 3. Up 3.5. 1, 2, 3.5. And then over 4, up 4. Right 4, up 4. So we're going back to this point. We did a little zigzag. What does that look like, guys? Hopefully it looks like a pencil, and you can color it in afterwards if that helps. So you're going to go to the back, pick a coordinate picture, and do the same thing I just did. The stop means stop connecting the points, and you're going to start a new little area.